What's up, Gemini? Welcome to your monthly forecast for the month of May 2016. For the majority of the month of May, the sun is going to be in the sign of Taurus. For you as a Gemini, Taurus is your 12th house. The 12th house has to do with completions. The 12th house has to do with finalizations. The 12th house has to do sometimes, not all the times, but sometimes doors will close when the sun's in the 12th house. Some doors will close in your life. I'm not saying it's going to happen for every Gemini, but sometimes it does when the sun goes in the 12th house. It's definitely a possibility. Also, the 12th house has to do with things that are hidden and private. And the sun's going to be in this area until May 20th. And then the sun is going to move into your sign on May 20th. So that's going to be your solar new year, Gemini. So after May 20th, that is your solar new year. That's when the time of new beginnings is going to happen after May 20th for you, Gemini. So my advice to you would be throughout the month of May, before May 20th, start thinking about things that you don't want to bring into your solar new year, because once the sun shifts into Gemini, you don't want to bring any old baggage into that solar new year with you. I mean, that's the time of new beginnings. So whatever it is that you don't want to move forward with, you should start thinking about detaching yourself from it now. So that's just my advice to you. On May 1st, the sun in Taurus is going to be making a really positive angle to Neptune in your 10th house, and that is your 10th house of career is Pisces. So the sun in Taurus in your 12th house, that area of completions, finalizations, potential doors closing, that area of it can do with like things that are hidden or secret, is making a positive angle to Neptune in Pisces. Pisces is your 10th house of career. So it sounds like something regarding your career situation or professional situation may be coming to a completion, maybe coming to a finalization. For other Geminis, maybe there's doors closing regarding career, but this is a positive angle. So if it's a door that's closing, then it's actually closing because it's a good thing, because the only way that you can move on with your life or what you're really supposed to be doing, Gemini, is if the door closes. That way another door can open. And I'm not saying that's for all Geminis. I mean, this could be something coming to finalization in your career situation, or something coming to completion, and it could be really, really beneficial for your professional situation. So it all depends on your unique situation, Gemini. On May 6th, there is a new moon in Taurus, and once again, Taurus is that 12th house area for you. So new things, I mean, like I said before, the 12th house has to do with things that are hidden or private. So it sounds like because the way a new moon works, it's like a trigger. So the following six months, it's going to set off all these new events in the area that it happens in, and it's in this hidden secret area. So it sounds like all these secret things are going to start occurring in your life. I mean, maybe these are things that only you, maybe even just you, or it could be you and maybe a select few people only know about these new things that are starting to develop after May 6th, and they're going to be developing for the following 6 months and building and building and building. And then once the full moon hits 6 months down the road, there's going to be a full moon in this 12th house area, whatever it is, maybe at that point whatever secret might even come out into the open. So that is something to look out for. Well, I mean, not to say maybe it is something to look forward to, depending on what your situation is. But after May 6th, you're definitely going to want to take notice of that. You're going to have a lot of new secret and hidden things starting to come into your life. And on May 9th, Jupiter, the planet of expansion and grand fortune, and Jupiter's also the planet of luck, is finally moving forward. It's been going retrograde. Everyone knows retrograde is the planet going backwards. It's been doing that for a while. I mean, it's been doing that since January 7th. So for a while, Jupiter's been stuck in this retrograde, and it's just kind of been stuck and on hold. And it's finally going direct in Virgo, and Virgo is your 4th house. That has to do with your home and family. So, if you felt kind of hung up in your family and home life situation since the beginning of the year, now whatever it is, you can just, start to move forward. So, you feel like there's just going to be a really positive shift of forward momentum regarding your home and family situation. And, this has to do with where you live. So for some Gemini, it may even be moving to a new location altogether. So like I said before, it all depends on your unique situation, Gemini. Whatever's happening in your life, make sure you think about it and see how that applies for your life specifically. On May 12th, Mercury, the planet of communication in Taurus, that 12th house area for you, is making a positive angle to Pluto in Capricorn. And Capricorn is that area of shared resources. It's your 8th house. Capricorn is your 8th house, the area of shared resources, the area of shared finances. It even has to do with your sex life. And it's making a positive angle to Mercury, which is the planet of communication, and that's in your 12th house. And like I said, the 12th house is like a hidden area. So on May 12th, there could be some kind of like hidden thing happening that's really positive between you and somebody else. And it's about, maybe even combining your resources. It's about maybe, combining your finances. Like maybe whoever this person is, you're meeting with them and you're like, how are we going to combine our stuff? How are we going to combine our money? How are we going to combine our resources? And then maybe it's even like, a secret sexual encounter too. So it all depends on what's happening with you, Gemini, once again. So look out for that on May 12th. And following that event on May 21st, there is a full moon in the sign of Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is your 7th house of one-on-one relationships. So full moons are like a wild card. I mean, they can go either way. If things have been going really good regarding your one-on-one relationships, I mean, typically when you think of a one-on-one relationship, you think of your significant other right off the bat. So Gemini, if things are going good with your significant other, expect on this full moon to have an exciting development, and things could get even better. If things really haven't been going that great in your one-on-one relationship or one-on-one relationships, depending on your situation, expect, with the full moon can cause somewhat of a shakeup if things haven't been going on. A shakeup, and, sometimes, even, I hate to say it, but, sometimes a breakup. So I hate to be negative like that. It's not even really negative because nothing's really negative. Everything happens for a reason. So, I mean, if you break up with somebody, it only means it's happening because there's someone else better coming down the pike for you, Gemini. On May 22nd, Mercury, the planet of communication, finally goes direct in Taurus. It's been retrograding pretty much all month, and this could really cause a hang-up in whatever that is that you've been trying to communicate in private or secret. Once again, Mercury being that planet of communication in that hidden area for you. Once again, that area also has to do with things coming to a completion, things coming to a finalization, things coming to a potential ending. Maybe whatever you're trying to communicate, maybe you haven't even been able to communicate it. Maybe you felt like you don't even know how to say it. Maybe you're feeling really stuck because Mercury's been retrograding since April 28th, and it's retrograding all the way up until May 22nd. So between April 28th and May 22nd, whatever you're trying to communicate regarding an ending, whatever you're trying to communicate regarding something coming to a completion, whatever you're trying to communicate in secret or in a private situation is really stuck, and maybe you don't even know how to do it. And then finally, after May 22nd, you will really be able to communicate whatever it is you need to regarding the areas that I just mentioned. So look out for that on May 22nd. On May 26th, Jupiter, once again, the planet of luck, grand expansion, and fortune, is in Virgo, your 4th house of home and family. And now it's making a challenging aspect to Saturn in Sagittarius. And Sagittarius, once again, being that 7th house, the 7th house has to do with your one-on-one relationships. So it sounds like whoever is in your household that you have a one-on-one relationship with, it sounds like this May 26th is going to be quite the challenging day with that person, or it could even be a transformational situation. So you might be able to look at this as transformation too. Maybe all of a sudden now there's going to be somebody that you are going to be sharing your home with and you're going to be in a relationship with. So that's another way to look at this aspect. Or it has to do, it's in your 4th house of home and family. So it doesn't even, it's home and family. So maybe it's even somebody in your family that you're having a challenging, maybe somebody who you have a relationship with, one-on-one relationship with in your family. Just maybe even somebody who you're close to as a family member. Maybe you're having a challenging situation with that person on May 26th. So that's another way to look at it. And on May 27th, Mars, the planet of power and ambition, it's been retrograding for a while. It's actually been retrograding since April 17th, and it's been retrograding in Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is that area of one-on-one relationships for you, Gemini, and it's going to retrograde so much that on May 27th, it's actually retrograding out of that 7th house of one-on-one relationships, and it's retrograding all the way into Scorpio. So Scorpio is your 6th house. So it's coming out of it's retrograding so much, it's coming out of the 7th house and going into Scorpio, the 6th house. And the 6th house has to do with your daily life, your work, and your health. So it sounds like Mars is going there because there's some kind of unfinished business there. Something needs to be completed, or something needs to be revisited regarding daily life, regarding your health, regarding your work situation. And Mars is a very fast-moving planet and is very powerful and aggressive. So Mars is looking to get in there and do what it needs to do, and eventually it's going to move on. But I think that's all I have for you this month, Gemini. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. And if you did, make sure to subscribe, make sure to like, and make sure to share. But I really appreciate you watching this video. Thank you very much, and have a great month. I'll see you next month. Take care. Bye-bye.